Today, this morning, the death toll has reached over 20,000 lives and climbing, unfortunately. And here are the latest numbers from the deadly earthquakes. Over 20,000 people dead, over 64,000 people injured in Turkey. Turkey received aid from 95 countries, 650 aftershocks since the two earthquakes, and hundreds of thousands of people who are homeless. Now, experts have said the casualty figures are expected to continue to rise, and certainly that is not a surprise to any of us. Definitely heartbreaking. And a Reuters report shed some light on the hundreds of thousands of people who are made homeless from this. Let's put this up. Turkey turns to tents and tourist resorts to house quake homeless. So sad, so sad. Oh my God. And here are some facts about the displaced situation that is going on. We're gonna share that with you and talk about it. Survivors left without shelter in the middle of winter. You got to keep in mind it's really cold out there right now. Summer beach resorts open early to house the homeless, and 10,000 hotel rooms allocated for survivors so far. Sharon, this is definitely gut wrenching.
It really is, Senator, and it's just to see them, one, rescuing people who are so hurt, so injured, but lucky to be alive. And then the other part of that, the breakdown, the emotional crush that occurs instantly from those who are left behind, who realize that their loved ones are not coming back. They don't have the resources to even try to help some people who may still be there. It's gut wrenching. It's absolutely gut wrenching.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is definitely a sad moment. So for those who send thoughts and prayers, please do so. And there are thoughts and prayers and some actions, some organizations you can make donations to, but this is heavy stuff. But by the grace of God, it could have been us over here in the United States of America. And but with the sadness does come small specks of hope, as multiple children have been pulled from the rubble alive. Can you imagine being stuck in that rubble and not knowing whether or not you're gonna make it, and then you make it? And if you're a child, I just can't even imagine. But take a look at this with us.
Arkadaşlar, devam et, aç bak. Bak burası çökme tehlikesi var, devam edelim. Aşağı doğru devam edelim.
My God, that little baby was pulled out of that rubble, and you could see like just his face. I mean, just to look at his face, you wouldn't even think that he had just been through that traumatic experience. But can you imagine how many days that he might have been down there not knowing whether or not he would be found alive? And he's just a little boy, just a little baby. I mean, I can't even imagine, but looking at his face, it's like, oh, just another day. It is not just another day. What is happening in his country will have impacts on him for the rest of his life, but that is indeed a glimmer of hope. And then this right here in the UK, the disaster emergency, so we can, help. How can we help? In the UK, the Disaster Emergency Committee, DEC, is coordinating a joint rapid response by 14 charities, including the British Red Cross, Oxfam, and Save the Children. They will match in pounds what is donated. So please, 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 if you can, definitely make a donation. Sharon, your thoughts?
They need everything. And I remember one of the first, when this was breaking news, Senator, one of the first interviews, impromptu postings, really, I think they got it off of social media, I saw was from a man who was just trying to help dig people out. And he was begging, please, the international community has to help us. Please help us. Almost like saying, I'm begging you, our kids matter too, our families matter too. Will you help us? And it's just to hear the pleas and the helplessness and fading hope for some. I hope that there's many more who are rescued and who get to emerge from this. But again, when you showed that picture of that child, yes, for the rest of their life, they will remember this. What are they coming out to? The fear of being buried alive.
Sure.
What are they, and who are they coming out to?
Yeah. Just unbelievable. But just he had all kinds of hope in his eyes, even though he was just in that traumatic experience. And team, I think we have a graphic, right, to show where people can donate. Can we put that up? The Turkey and Syria earthquake appeal. And we all know, I think everybody knows by now that this is happening. So please, if you want to donate, you can absolutely donate. Do that if you can. It doesn't take a whole lot of money. There's an African proverb, many hands make for light work. If just everybody, all of us donate a little, that adds up to a lot.